Carmela, how are things? Were you able to get me what I asked for?
I have been going around to a bunch of stores, but it doesn't seem to be sold anywhere. Are they only sold in larger department stores?
Yeah, that's probably right.
Honestly, everything is probably sold out in all of these stores, though. It must be pretty popular with everyone, huh?
Well, keep looking. One of my favorite YouTubers collaborated with that group and made those candies with them, so keep it going.
But I've been to pretty much all the stores in the area that would sell them and have found nothing.
Are you kidding me? I knew that those things would be really popular, but I never expected them all to be sold out everywhere. I wonder if there's anyone you can find online to buy them from.
I'm sure there is. It's a really popular thing after all right now. And so I bet there are people that have stocked up on all of them now and plan to sell them at an even higher price, right?
But there is to be some store in town where at least one has been left over, right? Get looking some more, okay? Maybe venture outside town and start looking at some of the smaller supermarkets or something. I bet you there they still have some in stock. Change the area you're looking in and keep on looking some more.
You want me to keep going at this all day? I've gone all over this town and have looked at over 20 different stores now for that stuff.
And that's why I'm asking you to go outside town and check all the smaller stores. Hurry it up. People will only start to get out of work now, and it'll be even harder for you to get around town with all the traffic.
Hold on a second. It's been in the hundreds today outside, and I'm starting to get really hot and tired from being out all day long. I'm sitting in a cafe right now taking a break and drinking some iced coffee, so let me have my break, please.
Huh? Why are you taking a break now of all times? You sitting there taking your time means that someone else can get to everything I want first and buy them. I'm asking you to hurry it up and find them.
But I've been at this all day now, and it's really starting to tire me out a lot. I've already put in a lot of time and effort into shopping for these things that you want for you, but so can you please just let me have a break? I'm really trying my best, but I need some more energy.
Well, so far you spent the whole day out looking, but haven't even gotten me one of those candies. So quit your complaining and get back to it. Once you have one in hand, then I'll let you have your break.
At least let me have 5 more minutes. If I don't have at least a little bit of a rest, I'm going to pass out.
I really can't get any use out of you, can I? Seriously, you were the most useless person in my life. I guess I should have asked someone else to help me out today. I should have just taken work off today and gone out myself looking for those candies.
Huh? Come on now, Steven. You'd take a day off work to go out looking for some candy?
Well, if you don't want me to take time off, find what I'm asking you to look for.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll leave the cafe right now and get back to it.
You better find what I want. And you're not coming home until you have at least one of them in hand for me.
But there is a chance that I won't find one. What'll happen then?
Well, that all depends on how hard you look for them. If you want to be home by tonight, then you get to work and find those dang candies for me.
Is there still medicine at the house for colds? Last month when you had that cold, did you end up using all the medicine up? Or was there still some left over after that?
I think there was a little left over from then. What? Did you catch a cold now or something?
I think so. I'm not feeling too good right now for some reason. Ever since yesterday, I started to get a headache as well as feel a little weak and cold. I was just thinking that if there was no medication at home for this, I'd pick some up on my way home.
Come on now, Carmela. You better not give that cold to me, okay? You know that tomorrow I have a trip with my friend to go out camping, right? If I catch a cold now, it'll be all ruined.
Is that right? Wait a second. Do you have the day off work tomorrow?
I used some PTO for this.
Well, you never told me anything about this. I understand that, but...
Are you trying to tell me you can't take care of yourself? You are such a failure when it comes to being an adult, Carmela. I'm telling you, that if you come around me and give me that cold, I'm gonna be pissed.
But you've not caught anything from me yet, right? So you'll be fine, Steven.
Now hold on though. Ever since this morning, I felt something going on in my throat, and that's had me drinking a lot of water. Could this be that cold you have? You and I both sleep in the same bed together, so it's a high possibility that I got your cold now.
There's also the fact that you run the air conditioner all night long, and that's why your throat is dry. I doubt you've already gotten a cold because of me.
Just screwed up. This is not the week for me to be catching any kind of cold. Even after camping, I can't be sick because I'm becoming more and more busy at work. You are a disgrace.
I'm sorry?
I want you to apologize to me properly for this. You're a total pain in my butt after all.
I'm really sorry, Steven. But I'm thinking that's not a cold you're coming down with. I just said that I'm feeling a little bad is all. So we don't know yet if I have a cold or not.
Well, for the time being, you'll be sleeping out in the living room. And while you're in this house, you have a mask on at all times. When it comes to eating, you and I are eating in different rooms. Don't you ever come around me. All right?
I guess that's fine. Hey, there's one thing I'd like to ask you. Are you all right if I do?
What?
If I do happen to have a fever or anything like that, will you be worried about me?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, when you happen to have that cold, you never seem to care about giving it to me.
What are you going on about? Are you trying to say that I'm not worried enough about you?
I'm not saying that.
If you have something wrong with me and how I'm acting, then tell me it straight. I'm tired of listening to you beat around the bush all the time. You have a problem? Tell me.
It's not that I'm upset with you or anything. It's nothing. Just forget it.
People like you that can't just tell me what you want to say seriously causes me such awful headaches, and it drives me nuts.
I'm sorry for getting you all worked up. You can just forget all about what I said.
I'm telling you that if you have something to say, then say it. You know already that when it comes to me, I tell you everything I want to say.
I can see that.
Well, how about you take a page out of my book and do the same? If you're able to be straightforward, then you'll be just as much of a success as me.
You think so?
You know that for a fact. Someone that can't speak when they want to is too weak to be seen as anything other than someone else's doormat in the world. If anything, there are more people in this world like you who are weak and have nothing to show for than there are strong people like me. You should be thankful that you ended up in the arms of someone like me. If you hadn't, everyone would have taken advantage of you.
Are you trying to say that I can't do anything on my own?
Well, yeah. I'm spot on, aren't I? You really can't say anything to me about all of this, can you? I guess you've always been better at staying quiet and doing as I say. So go right ahead and continue being the weak woman you are. I wouldn't be able to last with a strong and independent woman anyway.
Steven, do you think you can come back home right now?
Why should I do that? I've taken the car out to be cleaned, so I can't right now. You knew about that already, right?
But please, just come home right now.
I told you that's not going to happen now. I said that I would be out for the day, and right now I'm having the car cleaned. I have plans with my friends today, so I can't be late for that either. So stay out of my way.
I just passed out a second ago, though.
What are you talking about?
I fell down after passing out.
Huh? You did? Why? What did you do?
I was just standing when everything went dark and I fell down onto the floor. So I want you to come home and take me to the hospital. I don't think I should be going on my own at a time like this.
Huh? Are you freaking kidding me? What the hell are you doing, Carmela?
You're asking me something like that?
I already told you that today I have plans to go camping with my friend. I've been looking forward to this day for a very long time, right?
I know that, and I'm sure you really want to go now. But before you head out camping, do you think you can stop by the house and take me to the hospital? I can get myself home after I go in so you don't have to stay there. Please?
I don't have time for that right now. I have to come back to the house and grab all my things before heading out. If I have to grab you and take you to the hospital on my way to get my friend, we'll never be able to leave on time.
Please, Steven. I'm not feeling well at all right now.
I'm sure it's just into the cold, right? Just go to bed and I'm sure it'll fix itself. You don't even have any reason to go to the hospital for any of that. I'm sure you might just be tired or something.
This isn't the same as any of that, though. This is all way different than any sickness I've had before in my life. That's why I'm asking for you to take me to the hospital and drop me off. You already have all your things ready for the camping trip, right? So you can come home and throw it all in your car and we can head out right away.
You're right that all I have left to do is store my things in the car.
So this won't take much time away from you at all, right? I'll make sure I'm ready to head to the hospital the moment you get here, okay? Please.
Jesus, you're such a pain in my butt. I'll be heading out the moment I get there, so you better be ready.
Thank you, Steven. Also, I'm glad that you never ended up catching a cold from me.
I'm feeling fine right now, but I really hope that things don't go south when I'm camping with my friend. I really don't even want to ride in the same car as you right now when you're feeling that way.
It's just a short ride over to the hospital, so you'll be all right. I'll be waiting for you in the house, okay?
Fine. I'll be there really soon. This is the worst thing ever. That's the reason I told you I didn't want to go to the hospital with you. I was really hoping to go camping today.
I'm sorry. I didn't think I'd have to be admitted into the hospital right away after arriving.
You are seriously the most troublesome person I know. I was just about to leave the place when that nurse came up to me wanting to talk about your condition. I had to sit there and listen about how you're feeling and fill out all those papers to have you stay in the hospital. I wasn't able to get out of here on time.
They requested that families stay close by so they could explain things to you, so I'm sorry about that.
You just ruined my day off. I have no idea why I ever took the day off work today. The only thing I was able to get done today was cleaning my car.
I'm sorry, Steven. But you having the day off today really helped me out.
Even if you think I'd help you out a bunch, to me, this was a waste of a good PTO day. I'm never going to be able to get over losing a whole day of paid vacation on this.
You think this was a waste of your day off? Even though it allowed you to help me get to the hospital and everything without having to leave work?
Stop making such a huge deal about yourself.
I'm not trying to. You heard the explanation from my doctor, right? Had I not made it here by the time I'd come in, things would have gotten really bad for me.
Who cares about any of that? The problem you have right now is the fact that my day off has been wasted on you. Tell me, Carmela, how are you going to make this day off up to me that's been wasted on you?
I get that you're upset with not being able to spend the day camping like you planned, but you don't need to say such hurtful things as that. Is it not good enough to hear from the hospital that I'm probably going to be fine? Why are you not thankful that I'm doing a lot better now that I'm in a hospital bed?
Why do you think I should be thankful for you being okay? Are you not more sorry about the fact that you just ruined your husband's plans today to go out camping?
I do feel sorry about all of that. But there was no other choice today, right? I am sick and needed to come here. You understand that I didn't pass out and collapse on purpose, right?
But it's your fault that things turned out this way, right? It doesn't matter if you did it all on purpose or not. Now, you better apologize to me like you always had to before. I want you to apologize to me properly for being such a stupid woman.
Calling me a stupid woman and saying that I'm a waste of your time? Are you sure those are the kinds of things you should be saying to your wife who is really sick? I'd give it up with that attitude right now, you pile of junk.
Huh?
It's pretty messed up of you to get this pissed about me being as sick as I am, causing your plans to be canceled for today. What What kind of nerve do you have to be acting this way with your own wife?
What is all of this from you? Why are you acting all tough now?
Who gives a crap that one of your paid days off has been used on taking me to the hospital? I've taken off plenty of days to be home with you so that you'd feel better, or to go out and do crap for you. You wasted a whole day of mine asking me to go out looking for some stupid candy from some stupid YouTuber. Remember that? If you compare something like that day to today, you've gotten off pretty dang easy, right?
That isn't the problem I have with you right now. I took a day of PTO to go out camping with a buddy of mine.
And so what? Are you trying to say that you taking some PTO is an excuse for you to act like a jackass? Are you saying that me dying at home would have been a fair trade-off for allowing you to go camping today?
I never said anything like that.
Well, what you've been whining about these past few minutes makes it seem as though that's exactly what you've been saying. Whenever you came down with something, I'd take my whole day off to be at home with you and take care of all your needs. But when the tables are turned and I'm the one who's sick, you don't want to take the day off and tend to my needs? I think that you are far more useless than I am at this point, Stephen. All you are is heavy, useless baggage at this point.
Who are you calling useless baggage? I'm the breadwinner in our house, right? Who's the one that's made it possible for you to eat every day? Also, it's your job as a woman and my wife to give up your life for me.
Hold on, I'm working a job as well. And without you, I'd be completely fine on my own. If anything, the person who couldn't continue on without the other is you, right? You really think a lot about yourself for someone who can't even take their cold medicine without me in the house, you needless waste of time.
You're calling me the waste of time? Who do you think you are talking to me like that?
I want to ask you the very same question. Who are you? I did want to be married to you, but not to just become some kind of slave that has to live by your commands. Do you think that because you're a man, you can just boss me around and force me to do things that you'd never do for me? Tell me right now that you're not that kind of man, please.
What has gotten into you, Carmela? Why have you started acting this way out of the blue? Did you hit your head on something when you passed out?
This is me when I've had enough of your crap, Stephen. I've had enough of your selfishness. I am not your mom, Stephen.
What is actually going on here? You're not the kind of person that would ever say things like this, right?
I'm sure I did hit my head on something back when I collapsed. And it helped me open my eyes to what's been going on here. I've seen it clearly now, just how unfairly you've been treating me in our marriage. And I think time is up now, and I no longer want to be with you anymore.
You and your crap? How much do you know about me?
What's going on with you? You seem to be pretty upset about something now. Maybe you've been yelled at by your boss after he learned about how you were having a relationship inside work. And not just any relationship, but one while you also have a wife?
So you do know about all of this?
Oh, I know everything and then some about all of that. About how you've been having a relationship with one of your coworkers there.
Since when did you find out about all this?
For about a month now, I think. I had an accidental glance at a message that you got from your coworker there. But even before seeing that message, I knew something was going on with you.
So for the past month, you've just been letting me have an affair with her?
I've just been waiting for the right time to talk with you about all of it. I still wanted to trust that you'd leave her and come back to me again. But after waiting a little bit for you to make the right choice, you only kept moving farther and farther away from it.
Calling my company about all of this is totally screwed up, though. I just got a call from my boss about it all, and he was furious with me. This company already has a strict policy about relationships between employees, but now he knows about me dating another woman here as a married man.
So it seems that you did know about the problems with you going out with your coworker even before having to be told about it. Well, the fact that you did all of that while knowing the rules means your boss has every right to be upset with you. Seems your other girl is a real idiot as well. She's only there as a contractor, technically, right? I'm going to assume that after this, she will no longer have a contract with the company.
This isn't something you can be so happy about. I'm going to be punished for all of this as well, and that will have an impact on you. Right now, it seems like you're going to fire me because of this. Or at the very least, I'm going to have my salary cut. Is that what you wanted?
That's fine by me, actually. Because no matter what happens to you, I'm leaving you.
What are you talking about?
When I'm out of this hospital, you and I are over. That's what my plans are, Stephen. I'll have you know that nothing is going to change my mind now after all I've seen from you.
I think you're going way over the top with this. Are you seriously saying you want to divorce me now? I'll be at the hospital tomorrow, and then you and I could talk things over.
You don't have to come. I'm having my mom bring me my change of clothes, so there's no need for your help there. And if you just come to see me, there will be problems. I've asked for you to not be allowed to see me here. They said they wouldn't even allow you past the front desk, and they have a picture of you, so there's no getting past them now.
Why am I, your husband, not allowed to come and see you? You are seriously taking all of this way too far.
I don't want to hear that from you, mister. You're the one that's taken everything too far by doing anything you've liked and not allowing me a second of rest. How much longer are you planning on taking advantage of me and my kindness?
I get it, Carmela. I'll apologize. But everything that's happened up to now was not okay with me. I was really taking total advantage of you. I thought that since you were already doing so much for me, I could push it a little further. I mean, you've been kind to me in the first place because you love me, right?
I think you have a really bad idea of what love looks like from me.
What do you mean?
The only reason I'd do so much for you wasn't out of my love for you or anything, but because saying anything back to you just made more problems. You'd immediately get angry with me and make a huge deal over nothing. I didn't want to deal with that BS, hence me staying quiet around you. Also, you seem to really think of yourself as some kind of hotshot when it comes to things like work and your personality. But that's not it at all.
What are you saying? What do you mean by all of that?
I really do think it's important to be straightforward with your feelings and about what you want when it comes to this world. But you are not like those kinds of people that actually do it right. The only reason you're straightforward about your opinions and all of that is because you have a big mouth and a small brain. And you also think that by talking a lot and trying to be the loudest in the room about your ideas, you can get all the weaker people to become your friend.
You have it all wrong. I will say what I want, when I want, to anyone I want.
No, you are only able to put on that face when dealing with people you find weaker than you, and that's all. If anything, when you're not talking with me and to somebody you find larger than you stay quiet and don't say a thing that's on your mind. You told me before that you like me because you think of me as weak and in need of you, right? And I agreed with you on that, so that you just shut up and stop acting like a jerk. You say you were just taking advantage of my kindness, but really, you were trying to play me as a real fool.
Well, you changed a bit now. I'm not quite used to you yet, and that's why I've acted a little different around you.
All I'm hearing from you is a bunch of BS excuses. Well, it doesn't matter, because no matter how you try and spin what you've been doing, I can't be with you any longer. You do not have to come to this hospital. So you can sit at home and wait quietly for me to get out of here, all right? And if you want to be a good man, you can go ahead and start getting the divorce paperwork ready. If you get it all ready for me and fill out your half, that would be a huge help.
Hey, can't you just rethink all of this one time? I don't want the two of us getting a divorce. I feel that if you and I discuss all of this in person, we can come to an agreement.
What do you want to talk about in person? You already abused me and were going out with one of your coworkers behind my back. So in what way do you think you can change your disgusting image that's been ingrained in my head? You're the only one that seems to want to fix things now.
Please, Carmela. Think about it all for 1 second. I will take everything you have to say to me to heart and make myself into the perfect husband for you.
The fact that you'll only now start taking what I say to you to heart means that everything before this was for nothing. The only thing I want to be thinking about right now is how much money I want from you in a settlement. And I plan to get money from your other woman as well.
I'm asking you to please calm down, all right? I don't want things to get any worse than they already are. Please, just come back to me, Carmela.
I'm not coming back to you because if I do, I won't be the same person you think of me as. Let me just say that this is all happening because of you. You thought that I was too weak and kind to ever do a thing like this, and that's why you took things too far. It pisses me off thinking that you only thought of me as your tool and that you could use all my kindness up and never do anything in return. What you just read ended up being the way I got back at my husband, and it all made me feel really good about myself. After I'd finished talking to him, he was called into his boss's office, and there he was yelled at for over 30 minutes. By the end of that meeting with his boss, he learned that he would be taking a 30% cut to his salary and would have his PTO halved in the next year. When it came to his sweetheart in the office, her contract was terminated, and she could no longer work there. But this wasn't the end to the bad luck Steven got for acting as he did. The rumors about him and his affair at work spread like wildfire to everyone in the office, and he could no longer stand his own against any of them when they'd ask and joke about what happened. And due to all the stress there at work, he developed a terrible stomach ulcer. And hearing about this myself, I laughed, thinking it'd be about the same pain as I experienced. If he had really been the kind of person to actually be outspoken about his opinions and feelings, then he would have never had that much stress buildup either, and would never be in the pain he has to experience now. In other words, Steven is no successful and straightforward person like he said he was, but rather a block-headed idiot that thought he could be a jerk to me and have his way. As for myself, I was able to get a divorce from that loser, and he ended up paying me the amount I asked for in the settlement. His other woman also paid me for the trouble, and I no longer needed to ask either of them for anything anymore. Right now, I'm on the lookout for a new job, and I hope to find one soon so that I can begin my new life as a free woman again. I'm no longer going to live the life of a pushover, allowing people like Steven to take advantage of me. I'll start to think of myself as the boss and make sure that anything that happens around me happens with respect to me.